And thank you for joining us here in Alpharetta, Georgia, Milton High School, and we'll take on the Cherokee Warriors in GHSA varsity basketball action. Appreciate you joining us here on SUV TV on a matchup presented by Breda Pest Management here tonight. In terms of both squads, Cherokee comes into the contest at 11-4 on the year, 1-1 in conference play. Milton comes into the contest at 7-5 overall, undefeated in region play, I should say, versus conference. 3-0 in region play. And that is Region 5, 7A. The starting lineups being announced for Milton. Number 0, Seth Fitzgerald. Number 1, Chase Cormier. Number 2, Bruce Thornton. Number 3, Kanan Carlisle. So I understand we'll make his announcement, his college announcement, tomorrow. So he'll narrow that top 5 down to one and only one commitment-wise. And number 22, Michael Feinberg, rounding out the Milton Eagles starting lineup. On the Cherokee side of things, you've got number 2, Tate Owens. Number 1, Cameron Pope. Number 30, Braylon Giddens. Number 0, Daston Hart. And number 5, I do not have a number 5 here on my roster, so we'll get that young man's name as soon as possible. In terms of the last 3 games, we'll get into the last 3 games and give you some context coming into this matchup once we slow down a little bit. It doesn't take very long for a quick pace to ensue there right after the tip-off. No points coming from it just yet. But as far as a quick up and down, both teams able to get a little bit of that in there in the first stanza. Cherokee basketball, they'll inbound it. Tate Owens with the basketball. He's been playing well for Cherokee this season. Given the progress he made last year, certainly a player to watch for the Warriors, so no surprise there to see him play well to start the 2021-2022 campaign. As everybody comes into that, that beyond halfway mark that you're at whenever you begin a new year. Owens off the mark on the jumper. It'll be rebounded by Carlisle. So he'll be called for the travel. I'm sure even if Carlisle looks back at that one, he'll understand the rationale behind the call. Just probably didn't expect it to come. Couldn't imagine the officials. A lot of times they get stuck between that medium of trying to make the right call but not over-calling when you start looking at carries and travels, etc. Got to be a tough position to be in. Still 0-0. Cormier coming the other way. Does it tell you what? One thing about this game so far, it hasn't started off sluggish by any means in terms of the speed. I think both teams are getting after it. I think you just see for both of them to settle down. But I think it's the type of up and down you would expect, given it being the first minute of action. As you still even see Cormier still a little sped up there as he misses the first free throw. But those opportunities pretty good at helping you kind of get your bearings early on in the game. Slows down, knocks down the second. That'll make it an early 1-0 advantage for Milton. A lopsided victory for Cherokee in the varsity girls contest just before this one. The Eagles will look to even the score from a varsity hoop standpoint. The boys currently leading by 1, plenty of game left. And for those that are aware, Georgia, a shot clock state, is transitioning into a shot clock state around the entire year, or around the entire season. This is year 2 of it, where the shot clock will be a part of region tournaments as well as playoffs. It will be instituted for all of the regular season and playoffs going into year 3 of the transition plan. But this game right here is being played with the shot clock. And that violation, courtesy of the Milton defense, will be the first shot clock violation of the contest. You haven't seen a ton of those throughout this season. It was always interesting, the debate leading up to the institution of the shot clock. You haven't really seen a ton of implications. with a lot of teams really kind of getting going in their offense prior to a 35-second shot clock expiring anyway. I think the biggest thing has been, the eliminating stall ball when you get in late game situations. So that's a factor. A deep pull, number 15 from Cherokee, can't get it to go. 15 is Tanner Savasir. He's off the mark for the Warriors. And, you look at this contest, obviously it's 1-0. Both teams getting loose. Neither team really establishing an advantage so far, but, you have LT Overton on the bench for Milton. You've got Feinberg in as the tallest player for the Eagles right now. I think the guard play for Cherokee is going to have to be incredible tonight for them to stay in this one, as Bruce Thornton gives you Exhibit A for the point that I was in the process of making. Then he helps force the steal. Cormier gets it back to Thornton. Thornton changing paces, going to the rack, and one. So again, just kind of setting the stage for the game. I was talking about a key to the game being the stellar guard play that's going to be required of Tayton Owens and Cameron Pope if Cherokee is going to contend in this one. Meanwhile, Bruce Thornton makes back-to-back plays, and they kind of illustrate the point for me. Gets the step, flushes there for the first of 2 buckets. And even though he couldn't get the back-end free throw there to complete the and one, able to produce 4 points in back-to-back stretches for Milton. Early 5-0 ball game. Pivotal moments here, though, as Milton is getting a little bit more momentum going. How does Cherokee respond? Do they see the ball go through the hole? Right now, still a seal on the rim. And a traveling violation. I think Cherokee will have to find that delicate balance between getting as many people as possible involved, getting them loose, because their contributions will be key. But I think Owens and Pope are going to have to be a little bit more aggressive early on here. Fitzgerald to pass. Feinberg is fouled and will head to the free throw line. So you look at each team coming into the contest. Cherokee, they've been 2-1 in their past 3 games. A loss to Mill Creek on December 18th, followed by wins against T.L. Hanna and Brookwood, respectively. Milton on the other side, they're 2-1 in the past 3 games as well. They beat Socastee, and I apologize if I'm butchering that name. That is a South Carolina high school. Milton defeated them in Beach Ball Classic play, then went on to defeat Peninsula Catholic prior to dropping their last contest to Bishop O'Connell there to round out the Beach Ball Classic. Prior to that was the City of Palms, where they challenged Montverde and IMG in 2 games, where they definitely made their mark, even though they weren't able to come away with victories. The aforementioned Tayton Owens gets Cherokee on the board with a jumper on the other end, then comes away, gets the steal, unable to keep the feet in bounds there on that one. So credited with the steal, but it'll go back to Milton. But Cherokee is on the board after the Tayton Owens bucket. Ball poked away, another steal for Owens. He's got 2 already in the contest. 3-on-1 break. Owens drops it off, and it's going to be laid up by Cameron Pope. Pope was the MVP of the Deep South Classic. Took place at Brookwood. They're over the break. Thornton, mid-range jumper, good. So Thornton with 6 early points for Milton. So they pull ahead to 4. That's a contested triple. Unable to go there by Braylon Giddens, hand up by Cormier. Here's Bruce, changing paces, going to the rack. Couldn't get the shot to go. Milton wanted a foul, at least the faithful here on site did. As Pope fought for stepping out of bounds. As Alan Whiteheart lets the official know his 2 cents in terms of that last Bruce Thornton attempt. Thought there was some contact, no contact called. We play on. 4-point contest. Cormier, the Northeastern commit, can't get the shot to go, and he's called for the offensive foul. Stepping up and taking the charge there, I believe that was Tanner Savasir. Checking back in for Cherokee, it'll be number 0, Daston Hart, the junior. And Savasir touches base with head coach Joe Veeman for Cherokee. right before he gets a breather. So a 4-point game. Mentioned a key point in the first quarter when Milton was kind of surging. Bruce Thornton had gotten back-to-back buckets. As you see Kanan Carlisle get the steal. But Cherokee responded with a couple buckets. Overton back in the game. SWAT team as Daston Hart blocks that one. Right in between the rim and the backboard there. The good old basketball wedgie will result in a jump ball that keeps it there with Milton. Still a 4-point game. Fitzgerald normally does a great job of finishing. Whether it's having to contort or having a less is more approach. Overton gets the steal. It's in the hands of Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, Daston Hart was all over that one. As Hart started to realize Fitzgerald had taken 2 steps, had nowhere to go, timed that steal perfectly, but he could not stay in bounds himself. So it'll stay with Milton. So Overton, after just checking into the game, highly active. That motor and level of activity translating from the gridiron to the hardwood wells. He'll try to set up inside. Thornton, a 3. Can't get it to go. That one was either partially blocked or just contested enough for it to come up well short. Still a 4-point game. Here's Owens. Had the chair pulled out from under him. Ball's loose. Owens trying to hold on to it, and we've got a tie up. Possession arrow should keep it with Cherokee. So again, first and foremost, I'm trying to get the win for my team. But if I'm Tatum Owens, if I'm Cameron Pope, in terms of a benchmark, you're going against one of the better guard cores in the state. So it's a great measuring stick. I have to say that Owens is reading their press clippings, but just in terms of iron sharpening iron, we got some opportunities here in this contest. Daston Hart tickles the twine from the top of the key to make it an 8-7 ball game. Great breakdown and dish. Cormier to Overton for the easy dunk drill. I think you look early on. Cormier has been aggressive. Didn't get as many to fall through early on, but I think his ability to get loose, get some opportunities up, we'll see what it creates for him in terms of momentum, attacking the basket. LT Overton inside. By the way, I want to acknowledge that last bucket. It was number 22, Nate Speaks, on the other end for Cherokee. That's Daston Hart. He had to eat a little bit of body prior to that, and there was some confusion. So initially it looked like there was some sort of foul call, or I'm not sure exactly what the final call ended up being, but it will stay with Milton. But I don't think there was any sort of foul call, maybe an inadvertent whistle. Anyway, it'll be Milton's basketball. Carlisle trying to get his first points of the contest. Mission accomplished. So Carlisle makes it a 4-point game. Owens will try a triple. No good. Rebounded by Carlisle. In transition, Cormier back rims it. Warriors trying to run. A little bit of a back tap there by Avery White. Ball still loose, not for long. Picked up by Overton. Hesitation by Thornton. Taking the bump there is Cormier. He's going to go to the free throw line. Foul going to go against Daston Hart. So Hart's going to be a player to keep an eye on as well. He has to stay out of foul trouble. The guard play has to be on point for Cherokee to win this one. Daston Hart is also going to be key at being able to minimize that Milton advantage inside. When you look at LT Overton, Feinberg, relatively speaking, it's just a slightly larger and more built-out front court. An inside presence for Milton. I think Cherokee has enough pieces to be able to offset that, but there's just not a ton of, very big margin for error when it comes to those pieces. But so far, they've stayed right there in that manageable 4 to 6 point gap and have responded at times when Milton wanted to open it up a little bit. They clanked that three-pointer. Pass ahead to Carlisle. Carlisle, the nifty footwork for the easy lay. So Kanan Carlisle, he's got 5 points. He'll pick one out of his top 5 tomorrow. So Overton gets the rebound. Ball loose. LT Overton, access denied inside by Daston Hart. Yet again, showing he's up for the challenge. We got plenty of game left. Owens, a wide open three. Cannot get it to go. Another board by Overton. Pass ahead to Cormier. Cormier uses that off arm to protect the basketball and lays it up. Another steal. Here's Carlisle. Showtime. And just like that, we went from us commending Cherokee on being able to keep it within 4 to 6 to it's a double-digit advantage. We appreciate you joining us here tonight on SUV TV on this matchup, broadcasted or presented by Breda Pest Management, eliminating pest problems since 1975. Breda Pest is the presenting sponsor of tonight's contest. We thank them for their support of Georgia high school basketball. Visit BredaPest.com, that's B-R-E-D-A, Pest.com, to take care of your pest management needs today. We'll be back with more here on SUV TV. It's Milton leading Cherokee as we head into second quarter action. And welcome back to Milton High School. The Tuesday night showcase here on SUV TV, presented by Breda Pest Management, the Atlanta Hawks, and Cerebro Sports. Milton with a 12-point advantage. It was all good just about 2 to 3 minutes ago. Cherokee was within 6, battling back and forth, staying within striking distance, and they're still there. It's just the object is not as close as it might appear, given the 12-point advantage that Milton takes into the second quarter. Owens trying to find the stroke from outside. He got Cherokee on the board with their first 2 points of the contest. Trying to keep a consistent flow going as it'll be needed as the three-headed guard monster of Bruce Thornton, Kanan Carlisle, and Chase Cormier continues to get going here for Milton. That was Carlisle with the most recent 3 points. Shot missed. Thornton with the board. Thornton to Overton and Daston Hart. We talked about the guard play. That Hart-Overton matchup is one to watch. Thrown off the rim, Fitzgerald. Right place, right time. Daston Hart, another block. His third of the contest. I think Daston Hart understands the assignment. It strikes me as a player that approaches each game going as hard as he possibly can. But in terms of this contest and what he's going to have to do inside, he's going to have to be a glue guy of sorts. So far, he's up to the challenge. Even with credit being given where it's due, they're still down 15. So this kind of lets you know the scenario. That shot clock violation is a step in the right direction. As we're right here on a pivotal cusp here in first half play. 15-point advantage. Hart tried to cut it to 12 with the triple, can't get it to go. And that's the thing about the three ball. Cherokee is going to have it in order to stay in this one. The tip dunk missed by Overton. But when they do miss the three ball, it kind of just becomes an outlet pass of sorts for Milton. As Owens contorts. Tries to get the front end of the potential and one, but he'll have to go to the line and get two the hard way. So in terms of the region, Milton currently 3-0. In region play, Cherokee a 1-1. Owens takes his time at the line. Opposing rims not too kind there on that one. Wouldn't stay down. As Feinberg checks back in for Milton, along with number 11, Avery White. Caleb Richardson. That's number 5 for Cherokee. Caleb Richardson. Thornton, contested mid-range. Nice job of defense by Owens. Fitzgerald with the offensive rebound. 2 for $1 sale on jumpers. Cashing in on that one. Avery White, the freshman, makes it a 17-point advantage. Owens lost the handle. It made some progress there along the baseline. Turnover coming the other way. Fitzgerald, 1 dribble, 2 steps, and the rest is a layup. 19-point advantage for Milton. Cam Pope cannot get the jumper to go. Here's Owens for 3. Three-pointer, three-point line not going the way that Cherokee wants it to go at this point. Bruce Thornton will try a 3 of his own and get it to go. So he's got 9 points here in first half action. As the dynamic we talked about, the 3-ball being an equalizer, but also something that can put Cherokee in a tough spot. If they can't knock them down, it's going to be a tough scenario. Nice job of using the body there by Tate Owens in order to stop the bleeding momentarily there for Cherokee. So a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. Milton up big, up by 20 here against Cherokee.
What an incredible performance from you tonight, Joe.
People are saying you can't keep this up.
Says who?
Get more from your box score with Cerebro Sports, the official analytics partner of SUV TV. Visit CerebroSports.com for more information and check us out at all SUV TV events.
And we are back out of the timeout. 20-point game in favor of the Milton Eagles. Cherokee 11-4 on the year. Milton 7-5. In a good position to make it 8-5. Overton with a little bit of throwback work inside. Flips that one up and in. Advantage now sits at 22. Milton just making ball movement problematic at this point. 3-pointer, good. Caleb Richardson, a much-needed 3 for Cherokee. Fitzgerald off. Rebound was brought down by Cherokee's Lawrence Sanford. Caught in the air with nowhere to go there. Will Savasir, he'll turn it over. Thornton with a weight room move inside. He takes that one right at Pope Jr., able to finish. Thornton known for his ability to play low to the ground. Strong, bulldog type of play, but make no mistake, he shows flashes of how he can hit you with explosiveness once he gets the step. Savasir able to knock that one down almost from the Milton M. He pulls the Warriors to within 18. Entry pass inside, poked away by Savasir. Took a charge earlier in the contest. Knocked down the 3, then gets the steal. Here's Owens trying to capitalize. Contested elbow just outside the, contested jumper just outside the elbow, I should say. Off the mark is Fitzgerald with the hand up. Sanford will have a three. Too strong. And Alan Whitehart going to get a timeout for Milton. It's a full. We'll take it with them. So it's under 20 here for Cherokee. 2 minutes, 37 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Hi, I'm Dominique Wilkins, and welcome to my backyard and CBA Sports. At CBA Sports, we create family fun and a lifetime of memories. From our custom-built court systems, putting greens, synthetic lawn, to complete outdoor living spaces. From a single court to your own backyard fantasy, we can do any or all to accommodate your yard, your budget, and your lifestyle. As president of CBA Sports, I invite you to stop by our design center where you can see and play on all our products. I hope to see you soon.
Two minutes, 37 seconds remaining here in second quarter action. The Milton Eagles in command of this one. Cherokee has brought it under 20 to within 18. We'll see how both teams are able to end the first half. Pass is tipped initially. Able to finish what he started was Braylon Giddens. Comes away with it, now gets it to Savasier. Giddens takes it right at Thornton. Thornton says, I'll take that, young fella. Appreciate you. Up ahead to Carlisle with the windmill. So this Grayson Garcourt has really been tough to contend with just in terms of defensively, the pressure that they put on the Cherokee guards. And it's not just initial ball pressure as far as forcing a couple passes. They're forcing you to finish. Hart going to get called for the foul there against Cormier. So back to a 20-point advantage. Carlisle with the basketball. Great job of just rolling, being patient. The pace by Carlisle, the patience in the roll and finish by LT Overton makes it 40-18. So again, you saw Milton pre-conclusion of the football season, and you always know, at least the past couple years, you kind of build in that post-football boost that LT Overton is able to provide once he joins the rotation. Carlisle to Overton again. Overton looking to flush. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Overton no good there on the first free throw. Subbing back in for Cherokee, it'll be number 22, Nate Speaks, as Daston Hart will get a breather. Hart picking up a couple fouls. Of course, Joe Veman, I'm sure, giving him a well-deserved rest, but also making sure he doesn't pick up another one, as he'll be a key part of any potential comeback effort. Warriors turn it over. Pass ahead. Cormier to Thornton. Thornton takes it right at Owens. Blocking foul and one. Again, I think you're just seeing levels when you look at that matchup between Tayton Owens and Bruce Thornton. Like I said, I feel like Owens is an underrated guard in his own right. He's been able to show flashes of his ability to make plays against a defender as staunch as Bruce Thornton, but also, if Thornton switches off of you, you probably got a Kanan Carlisle or a Chase Cormier being able to get that switch. So there's no slouches in that Milton backcourt defensively. Owens has been able to make some plays and show his talent as one of the more underrated juniors in the state. Meanwhile, you see Thornton making some of the elder statesman plays with the way he's been able to score the ball and help put Milton up. So we are under 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter, 20 seconds to be exact. Shot clock off. Thornton being guarded by Owens. Able to take advantage of the pick set there by Overton. Thornton takes it all the way, and that will end the first half. Milton all over this one. We'll see what Cherokee has in store going into the second half. Appreciate you watching SUV TV in this matchup presented by Breda Pest Management.
Get more from your box score with Cerebro Sports, the official analytics partner of SUV TV. Start with stats with Cerebro Sports and make every game count. Visit CerebroSports.com for more information and check us out at all SUV TV events.
What an incredible performance from you tonight, Dom.
People are saying you can't keep this up.
Says who?
Hi, I'm Dominique Wilkins, and welcome to my backyard and CBA Sports. At CBA Sports, we create family fun and a lifetime of memories. From our custom-built court systems, putting greens, synthetic lawn, to complete outdoor living spaces. From a single court to your own backyard fantasy, we can do any or all to accommodate your yard, your budget, and your lifestyle. As president of CBA Sports, I invite you to stop by our design center where you can see and play on all our products. I hope to see you soon.
performance from you tonight, Dom.
People are saying you can't keep this up.
Says who?
Get more from your box score with Cerebro Sports, the official analytics partner of SUV TV. Visit cerebrosports.com for more information and check us out at all SUV TV events.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Get more from your box score with Cerebro Sports, the official analytics partner of SUV TV. Visit cerebrosports.com for more information and check us out at all SUV TV events.
Hi, I'm Dominique Wilkins, and welcome to my backyard and CBA Sports. At CBA Sports, we create family fun and a lifetime of memories. From our custom-built court systems, putting greens, synthetic lawn, to complete outdoor living spaces. From a single court to your own backyard fantasy, we can do any or all to accommodate your yard, your budget, and your lifestyle. As president of CBA Sports, I invite you to stop by our design center where you can see and play on all our products. I hope to see you soon.
Second half action underway. For those that might just be joining us, it's been all Milton in this one. It was a game where Milton got off to the quicker start after a couple minutes of up and down. Cherokee was able to keep it within, 4 to 6 points, manageable deficit for, I'd say, the first 9 to 10 minutes of the game. But the Milton defensive pressure led to Bruce Thornton, Kanan Carlisle, Chase Cormier, LT Overton coming off the bench, kind of getting going. And we went from it being a 6-point game to a 19-point game in roughly about a minute 30. And it's been all Eagles since then. Carlisle with the basketball, guarded by Cam Pope, fall away jumper off the mark. Fitzgerald with the offensive rebound. Cormier can't get it to go. Caden Carlisle rebound inside, and we're going to have a foul on the play. That's Caleb Richardson called for the foul. And as we mentioned, Caden Carlisle will make a decision. Top 5 comes down to 1 as he'll commit tomorrow. He's choosing between Kansas, Auburn, Florida, Stanford, and Baylor. Nice pass by Cam Pope. Laid up by Braylon Giddens. Cormier, opposite hand finish on the other end. Blocked by Carlisle. He's known for his scoring ability, has been known for his scoring ability, even since, the younger level days. When you look at some of the things he was able to do down in junior NBA tournaments, etc. But I think any review of Kanan Carlisle's film, you'll see how some of the lesser talked about aspects of his game are very impressive. He's one of the better on-ball defenders, really just defending overall. Whether on-ball, off-ball, very good defensive awareness and impact on the defensive end. Also rebounds very well from the guard position. So whoever becomes the top 1 out of that top 5 in tomorrow's announcement, they're getting one of the best guards in 2023. Cam Pope with the layup drill on the other end for Cherokee. And that's going to prompt a timeout. We want to thank Breda Pest Management for what they've done to help bring this game tonight. They are the presenting sponsor of tonight's game. They've been eliminating pest problems since 1975, and we thank them for their support of Georgia high school basketball. Visit BredaPest.com to take care of your pest management needs today. That's BREDA Pest.com to take care of your pet management needs today. I'd say the Milton defense has been indicative of the type of problems that people face when there's a need to call Breda. That defense has been pesky and then some when you look at the ball pressure applied by Cormier, Carlisle, Thornton. But aside from that, it's not like once you've been able to beat that first wave that you can forget about it. They're coming over the top. If you're not taking care of the ball as you go to the cup, they will snatch it out of the breadbasket. So it's been the defense that really helped them get going early on, even when both teams were kind of getting some momentum offensively, as Kanan Carlisle rattles in another three. Lead now sits at 30. Owens got that back after turning it over. Body's flying, and it's going to stick with Cherokee after all the commotion. And that's been the thing. I can't knock Cherokee for taking the threes that they've taken. For the most part, they haven't just been rushed, no method to the madness threes, as you see Kanan Carlisle knifing through defenders to lay that one up and in. But at the same time, the fact of the matter is, whether it's a good three or whether it's a rush three, if you don't hit them in this game, it's just going to be tough to be able to keep Milton from rolling like they are. It's driving and kicking and creating those types of opportunities. They just haven't been available here so far in this game, so you've needed the three ball. But when it doesn't fall, it can just kind of lead to the lopsidedness that we're currently seeing. And that's just calling a spade a spade. It's a lot easier to talk about what you would do against this defense and the offense you've seen tonight. A lot easier to talk about what you would do versus actually doing it. But scoreboard is scoreboard. As we approach the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Owens contested inside, battling for the offensive rebound, but Fitzgerald and Overton able to deny the bucket. Deep three-pointers, Savasier. That went shorter than intended, but he did knock down a jumper, really, I think about a foot further than where he took that last one from. He knocked one down in the first half. I think Coach Veman felt a little bit better about that last one than the most recent one he took. Solid game so far as well for freshman guard Avery White for Milton. Bruce Thornton checks back in for Seth Fitzgerald. So we mentioned Carlisle making his college decision or college announcement tomorrow. Bruce Thornton already an Ohio State signee. LT Overton making his college decision in February. You can catch that one on SUV TV. And last but definitely not least, Chase Cormier committed to Northeastern. Pass broken up by Caleb Richardson. Now Overton finds a way to hold on to it and flips it up and in. Pope has that shot blocked by Carlisle, and Overton able to knock that one off the leg of Braylon Giddens. Overton inside. So the big fella maybe a little too unselfish there on that one, was looking for Carlisle. I think even Coach Whitehart kind of told him, hey, go ahead and go up with that one. Because the reality of it is he had already jumped, kind of lost his way as he threw that one. Already jumped, leaving his feet. But even if he misses that layup, he's probably in a pretty good position to get the offensive rebound. Cormier with the floater. Whether it's a term you use a lot or not, in context, you can figure it out in terms of wiggle. Cormier has wiggle for days in terms of being able to create his shot, space, and opportunities for others. One of the nicest jumpers and floater games that you'll find. Pope Jr. Cameron Pope, the junior, and lays that one up and in. Spin move and finish by Thornton. So you look at this junior nucleus for Cherokee: Cameron Pope, Tayton Owens, Braylon Giddens. Solid contributors for Cherokee. You see them going up against two seniors and a junior in Thornton, Cormier, and Carlisle. So definitely taking some lumps that'll be beneficial not only for the remainder of the season, but also when they're in that role next year. A minute and 30 remaining here in the third quarter. Carlisle being defended nicely so far. Wanted the foul. Owens gets it ahead to Braylon Giddens, who was responsible for the defense there on the other end. Caleb Richardson sticks with the play, flips it up and in. So let's take a look at what both teams have coming up. Cherokee will play Etowah this Friday, followed by Marietta and Roswell. In terms of Milton's next contest, coming after this one, they'll take on Woodstock on Friday, January 7th, and then they'll have a matchup against Etowah, at Etowah on Tuesday, January 11th. Ball poked away by Nate Speaks and picked up by Tayton Owens. Five-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Scoring that one inside, number 21 for Milton. I don't have a number 21 on my roster, so apologies. We'll have to refer to the young man by his number until we can get that squared away. Ball stolen by Cameron Pope. Owens for three. Sticking with it and flipping it up and in is Nate Speaks. As that is how the third quarter will end. Milton still in full control of this one. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Appreciate you joining us here on SUV TV, presented by Breda Pest Management.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Get more from your box score with Cerebro Sports, the official analytics partner of SUV TV. Start with stats with Cerebro Sports and make every game count. Visit CerebroSports.com for more information and check us out at all SUV TV events.
Fourth quarter set to begin, 6 minutes on the game clock. We're in 30-ball territory, so the move from 8 minutes to 6 minutes in order. Cameron Pope, a triple, can't get it to go. Bruce Thornton with the rebound. Pass ahead to Kanan Carlisle, who will get the lay-in. As Bryce Thornton, the younger brother of the aforementioned Bruce, a problem on the football field. Fitzgerald with an uncharacteristic shot there on that last one. Catch and shoot by Cormier's off the mark. Feinberg gets the offensive rebound. Pass intended for Caden Carlisle. Savasir to Pope. Pope over to Tate Owens. Owens for three. Tate Owens with a triple. Cherokee's number 2 able to score that one over the outstretched arm of Milton's number 2. Turnover. Steal, and then the hesitation there by Giddens. Can't get the layup to go. Cormier, a blur in the open court. Too strong on the lay. Carlisle for 3. Ice cream. Kanan Carlisle able to knock that one down. It's been all Milton in this one. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. We'll step away for a timeout.
What an incredible performance from you tonight, y'all.
People are saying you can't keep this up.
Says who?
Back out of the timeout. Coming up on the 4-minute mark, Tate Owens with back-to-back threes for Cherokee. Like I said, man, Owens is definitely a guard to watch for Cherokee. It's been tough for any member of the Cherokee Warriors team to get consistent offense going against Milton. That's just been credit to, just a great defensive effort across the board. It's one thing to have to score and put up points, with a high-octane offense with the guards and playmakers that they have. It's another thing to have to do it when they're defending like they're not doing as well on the offensive end as they are. It's not like they're just running and gunning and who cares. Dime dropped by Carlisle, foul on the play. That the Milton defense is good enough to move the ball and score effortlessly, relatively speaking. I don't say that to disrespect any team, just in terms of the guys that they have that can create their own shots. The way Thornton and Cormier are able to kind of mix things up, create for others, but then you've got Carlisle who can also create for others, but is also often the guy that benefits from the way they're able to get other defenses to collapse. So again, they do that, but then they force you to work extremely hard for everything on the other end. So it takes a toll. Cherokee unable to withstand it here tonight. But still have some guys that you should continue to keep an eye on as the season goes on. Pope, Tate Owens, just to name a couple. Owens with the steal. And the layup. So it'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them.
Get more from your box score with Cerebro Sports, the official analytics partner of SUV TV. Visit cerebrosports.com for more information and check us out at all SUV TV events.
So 3 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here in this one. You can join us for more Georgia High School basketball action. This Saturday, as we'll bring you the Grayson Rams New Year's Classic. It'll feature 5 games. At 1:30, it'll be Providence Christian versus Osborne. 3 p.m., it'll be Etowah versus Cumberland Christian. 4:30 p.m., it'll be Pace Academy versus South Gwinnett. 6 p.m., it'll be North Gwinnett versus Eagles Landing. And the nightcap will be the hosts, Grayson Rams, taking on Windsor Forest. They're in Dante Bass, Georgetown signee. So some intriguing matchups there. You can join us all 5 games here on SUV TV on Saturday, presented by Breda Pest Management. Michael Feinberg inside. Owen, step back, triple. Got it. Cormier to Feinberg. Feinberg with a chin up on the rim this time. Pass nearly stolen there by Daniel Snodgrass. Owens going to his left, tough shot, able to get it to go. So again, I told you keep an eye on Owens. Don't let his total score or what he puts in the box score in this game fool you. He's had Thornton literally right next to him the entire night. So again, that's not to make an excuse for him, but it's just, different matchups are going to produce different results, night in and night out. But you can see just different flashes. You saw it last season. So again, he's going to be a guy that late in the year, any scouting report is going to have him in the mix. It's 1:42 remaining in the contest. Owens will be called for the foul. Snodgrass on the drive. Rebound by Giddens. Pope spinning. Let the layup attempt just short. Snodgrass, the baseline drive. The reverse, no good. Feinberg. Nice insurance policy on the inside. We're under a minute left to play as Pope launches a three. Can't get it to go. High level of activity by number 21 for Milton. I don't have his name here on the roster. So apologies, we'll have to recognize him by number for the time being, but he's making the most out of those minutes. Oates call for the travel. 34 3/10 of a second remaining. I like what I've seen from Avery White, the freshman for Milton. Pass ahead to Snodgrass. Snodgrass going to wisely pull it out and just let the clock expire. So in this one, it is Milton 80. It is Cherokee 46. We appreciate you joining us here on SUV TV, presented by Breda Pest Management, and we'll see you next time here on SUV TV.